Hey everyone, it's Dave here, another Nerdy Canuck. So I saw an article the other day in the Washington Post. Not that I'm a Washington Post reader, but I saw someone else talking about it. And it's this one right here. Imagine Virginia's icy traffic catastrophe, but with only electric vehicles. Another opinion piece goes along and points out mostly that there's a lot of unknown information about electric vehicles and how they handle themselves in the cold weather. It's important for us to realize that there's just a lack of awareness in the public about how EVs behave in these kind of edge case scenarios. His article was definitely full of FUD, and I think that's better left to someone like Sam Alexander to take apart all of the incorrect information that was included in this article. But he did make me think, and I was wondering a little bit about it. A little while later, they did publish a letter to the editor. It was about a person who was actually stranded in an electric vehicle on that highway and how his vehicle performed, and it was quite good. But the reality is the actual truth relies somewhere in between. There's advantages and disadvantages to both, and I recognize that. So I was curious, how does it fare between an electric vehicle and a gas-powered vehicle? Now, I'm not really going to tackle much to do with the gas-powered vehicle. Auto Trader Canada published a great little article, How Long Can You Stay Warm on a Tank of Gas? And they have all kinds of fantastic information in here. They talk about how to use your engine displacement in liters to figure out exactly how many hours per liter you will burn, how many liters per hour of fuel you will burn, and then using the size of your gas tank, you can figure out that how long you could last on a full tank. Now, I realize that realistically you're not going to have a full tank, but just to give you a sort of comparison, and they did calculate it for a Ford Explorer, and they basically figured out that in a Ford Explorer, you could last basically 33 hours on a full tank. So I thought, well, I wonder how my car would do. So I took my Tesla and I parked it outside on a really cold night, and I just put on the camp mode, which is to keep the temperature in the cabin comfortable without using the rest of the vehicle's accessories. And I camped overnight. Now, it was a really, really cold night, and I thought that would be a good check. So let's have a peek and see how it went.
Okay, so we're going to be simulating that we are stuck in a traffic jam. So we've been driving for a little while, is what our simulation is going to tell us. We are at about 67% battery. It's minus 14 degrees Celsius outside right now. It's 2:56 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select camp mode. So I'm going to tap on my temperature control, and I'm going to select camp. And it tells us that the car will stay on, and it disables some stuff. So basically, it also tells us down here that camp mode is on. And now we're just going to wait and see how long this goes. So we're at 67% battery, 2:57 p.m., minus 14 degrees Celsius. I'm going to go inside for a little while, but eventually I'll come back out and sit here. And I might even sleep in here overnight just to make it realistic. Okay, this is our check after our first hour. You can hear the HVAC system running. It says camp mode, tap to dismiss. So you see we're still at camp mode. That's probably warmer than we need to keep it. In reality, if you're stuck in a traffic jam, you don't necessarily need to keep it right at 20 degrees, but we will keep it there for now. See, we're at 64% at 3:59. So it looks like we used about 3%, I think, in the first hour. All right, we're headed out for our 5 o'clock check. Still hear the engine running? The engine running. I'm funny. Okay, looks like we have the same camp mode. Tap to dismiss. And we'll see that we're down to 61%. And it's around 5 o'clock. Next check. Still hear the HVAC system running. 20 degrees is plenty warm. So camp mode. Tap the screen to get that clear. And where are we at? Alrighty, time for the 7 o'clock reading. Still cozy warm in here. Tap the screen. Oh, of course I hit the trunk. Open, close. Better close that bad boy. Alright. See, we're down to 52%. Still minus 15 degrees outside. And around 7 o'clock. So now that we're down to 52% and we're using up a lot more battery, I'm going to be a little more reasonable here. Let's take this down to 18 degrees. I don't think we need it quite that warm in here. 20 is very super cozy. If you're going to be traveling in weather of this temperature, you're going to be dressed warm enough that you can handle 18 degrees. Besides, our house is down to 18 degrees when we sleep at night anyway, so. Okay, the 8 o'clock check. Oh, still plenty comfortable in here. Okay, so we're down to 48%. At around 8 o'clock, temperatures dropped to minus 16 degrees Celsius. Looks like about 4% drop this time. Still at 18 degrees. In camp mode. Oh, that one's 20. My bad. 45%. 9 o'clock. Minus 16 degrees Celsius. Down to minus 17 degrees Celsius. 42%.
All right, I have decided that I'm going to stay overnight and sleep in the car. I've got a mattress in the back, and I also have to spend some time with my YouTube buddies. So I'm going to watch a little bit of Rob Maurer on Tesla Daily, a little bit of Now You Know with Zach and Jesse, Sam Evans on the Electric Viking, and of course, Stephen Mark Ryan from Solving the Money Problem. I'll include links to all these YouTube channels in the descriptions below. So now I'm going to head off to bed. Looks like the battery is going to start at 39% here at 10:41 p.m. It's minus 17 degrees Celsius out, and I'm going to enjoy this mattress. We're going to keep the temperature at 18 degrees Celsius overnight, and good night. We'll see you later.
Looks like as part of the screensaver, after a while it heads to this camp mode. I suspect it'll turn the screen off shortly after this. Pretty cool. Well, I've just got settled in for the night, and something really fascinating. I cannot wait to do this for real. When I look up through the roof, there's not much for you to see now, but I can see the moon. I don't know if you guys can see the moon up there. I mean, there's a street light too, but that's no fun. But there's a moon up there, and it would be so cool sleeping outside in this glass roof. That's going to be super awesome. Anyway, going to sleep. Just a little bit of an update. It's 20 after 12 in the morning. I just woke up to roll over, and it's 32%. It's minus 18 degrees out now, according to the car thermometer. Morning, everyone. It is 3:30 in the morning. It is minus 19 degrees out. We are at 21% battery. I'm curious to see, I think I read somewhere that 20% battery it turns off, but I think they may have updated that, so I think it goes down much slower than that now. Still keeping our temperature at 18 degrees. So very comfortable in here. I'll check back in a couple minutes to see if anything happens at 20%. Okay, folks, looks like this is where we come to. I was sleeping, so I'm not sure exactly when it shut off, but I'm guessing it was around 15%. So it's minus 21 degrees out. It's 5:48 in the morning, and the car shut down.
So in reality, the car probably shut off a few percent ago, and I've just been maintaining warmth even though it's really quite chilly outside. So what did we learn from this? Well, if I plot this on a graph of the percentage battery used over time, what you can see is that about 14 hours of time we've used 50% battery, which means on a full battery we'd be able to get about 28 hours of runtime in these extremely cold temperatures. So I feel quite comfortable if I was to be stranded that I would not be any worse off in an electric vehicle than I was in a gas. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks so much.